So Ayla did an interview with Chris Hansen talking about Onision like 4 days ago. And in my last video, I exclusively talked about Kai. And in this video, I just want to get out my general thoughts on the interview. So let's get started. So one of the first things that stood out to me was this moment.
In the beginning, like, I thought it was kind of cool. But after, like, the more and more they were once they officially got into a relationship and everything like that, that's whenever I started to get like concerned, because I would see like a lot of the controlling behavior. Like, they asked Billy to quit her job so that they would have like free access to fly her up whenever they wanted.
Quit her job.
Yeah, so she had a full-time job, and they essentially asked her to quit her job so that they could fly her up whenever they wanted, because they weren't satisfied with the fact that they could not pick her schedule, essentially.
Honestly, how absolutely pathetic is that of Onision? For this 30-year-old man to feel secure and in control, he had to manipulate a teenager into quitting her job. That is absolutely pathetic. He did that so that he could control Billy more. And of course, it wouldn't have worked on someone his own age. If he tried that on someone his own age, that person would probably say, fuck you, I'm gonna keep my job. And that's the reason why he goes after young teenagers, because they fall into his manipulation. It wouldn't work on someone his own age or similar to his own age. But because Billy was young, unfortunately, it worked on her.
And what did it be? What did it become? How would you describe this?
Well, so what it was like they all were dating each other, but they had very weird issues, and they didn't really discuss their boundaries a lot. So it was really, really easy for Greg to sort of start fights in between Billy and Kai. That's something that he did a lot, where he would essentially tell Billy one thing or tell Kai something else, and then they wouldn't talk to each other. And that's something along those same lines happened with me and Billy, actually. I would have a conversation with Greg while he was editing videos or something, and then later on I would talk to Billy. She would be like, "Oh, Greg said that you said this," and I was like, "No, it was actually, along the same lines, but he has like changed my wording so it comes off different." So that happened. He intentionally tried to miscommunicate, like to sort of switch to his essentially the narrative that he wanted.
Onision trying to start fights between people living in the house. Who does that? Who does that? It's not a fucking reality TV show, I'm just assuming that it's just another aspect of his controlling behavior, so that if these women are constantly fighting and are not really friends with each other, then they cannot build coalitions and, I don't know, recognize that it's Onision who's the problem. Even though they all were living in the same house, because of the fighting, they would have probably felt very alienated from each other. So while this abuse was going on, they couldn't have built any sort of coalition together. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. It is absolutely pathetic that Onision has gotten away with so much stuff while he still has his YouTube platform. The next part, I just find this absolutely fucking disgusting. And it's not, I don't know, just take a look at this.
Do you think, looking back, that he was, and Kai was, trying to break Billy down, break Sarah down, to a certain extent, break you down so they could control you in what sounds like a cult-like environment?
Absolutely, yeah. They definitely Greg would pry for like private information about your mental health or abuse that you had suffered, things along those lines, to try to find your weak spots. and sort of come at you. Like one time, like I am a singer, that's what I do. And he made me record a video with him and made me intentionally sing bad in the entire video because he knew that it would bother me.
So he could make fun of you.
Yeah.
So
just
this is
like,
all a control thing for him.
right.
Finding someone's weak spots, finding out about someone's abuse, just so that you can manipulate them. How fucking pathetic is that? Is this man a man? Like, is this a fucking 30-year-old man? And he needs to manipulate these young girls into telling him about their traumatic experiences so that he can feel more secure and more in control. Something's wrong, man. Something is deeply, deeply wrong with Onision. He needs help. He fucking needs help. I don't know if therapy would work. I don't know what help he needs, but he needs some fucking help because this is not normal. This is not fucking normal. Another aspect of his control was financial control. Like I said before, Billy was forced to quit her job because of Onision. And the day that they left, they didn't even have more than $100 with them.
You leave there. You weren't supposed to go for a few more days, or at least your flight that he paid for was not for a few more days. So you really were fortunate in that you had friends in Seattle where you could go stay. It's not like you had a credit card where you could go get a room at a fancy hotel in downtown Seattle. This guy and Kai owned you basically in Billy.
Yeah.
You didn't have a bunch of money. You didn't have, I mean, thankfully you were able to even get an Uber to get out of the place.
Yeah. Actually my friend Shibby's the one who bought the Uber, I believe.
How much money did you have in your pocket when you were at that house when you left?
Like $50 maybe.
$50.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Billy?
I believe she had money on a card, but I'm not sure. It wasn't much. We really were not.
Right.
I mean,
so maybe you had maybe you had $100 between you, and you're trapped in this house
on the other side of the country from where we live.
On the other side of the country, no family, no friends. Thankfully, you did have ultimately friends live nearby.
They couldn't have gotten out and just stayed in a hotel. That wasn't an option because they had no money, because they were not in financial control of their situation, even though they were adults legally, but they weren't in control of their financial situation. It was Onision, it was Greg who was in control. Thank God that Ayalla had friends. If not, then I couldn't even know. I don't want to imagine what it would be like if Ayalla didn't have friends there. I'm still fucking baffled that he's still allowed on YouTube. Right now he's posting really weird content, and I don't even want to look at that, to be honest, because it's just creepy and weird and it's disturbing. Some people have suggested that his behavior on his YouTube channel is so that he can say that he's insane and perhaps get a lower sentence of some kind. Well, I think that they're giving Greg too much credit. I don't think that it's because Greg has thought this out very well and had came to the conclusion that he need to seem insane so that he could get lower sentences. I don't think so. I just think that there's something deeply, deeply wrong with this guy, and he needs to go. He needs to be in a place where he cannot be near vulnerable kids. He needs to be fucking locked away. And I'm actually wondering, has his behavior on YouTube always been this way? Whenever some drama came up, like Billy drama, I'm not trying to say that it's drama and it doesn't matter. I know it's very serious, but at the time when it was going on, it just seemed like drama because no legal action was really taking place at that time, right? That's what I mean. So whenever something comes up, has he always acted like this? I don't think so. I don't think that he reacted this way while the first time Billy came out and spoke out against him. The first time Billy made a video talking about how Onision wanted to chain her in his basement and shave off her head and get an ugly tan and "I'm a liar" tattoo on her. I don't remember him breaking down this bad. So I think that this is definitely something new that Onision is doing. And this is very serious for him. And I guess this is just how he's handling the fact that FBI has now begun a formal investigation into Onision. Yes, that's true. Chris Hansen is looking into Onision. Actually, Philip DeFranco made a video on Onision and did a quick recap. I was not expecting Philip DeFranco to cover this, but yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he covered it. A lot of people are now really covering Onision, you know, like Laura Chan. She is covering Onision. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers who are covering Onision now. And that's good because we want more attention on this situation. We want Onision's channel removed. And remember, his Patreon account got removed. Chris Hansen is now investigating him. The FBI is now investigating him. All of this is happening because people are now paying attention, and all of this started because Sarah talked about this publicly. When people started to take it really seriously was when Sarah came out and talked about how she was groomed. So yeah, these were my thoughts, some of my thoughts, I guess. Like this video if you liked it. Click subscribe for more content. Comment your thoughts down below. What do you think? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Actually, I'm recording one right now, so I don't know when I'll post this video though. I'm not sure. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day and goodbye.